Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Schulze and welcome to my blog, and this week I have a letter here from Zoya K. from Tampa, Florida. Now it's kind of a long letter and I've already read it, but I'm going to read it to you. And Zoya, right off the bat, I want to thank you for believing in me, but I am going to kick your butt a little bit, and I want to warn you. So if you're watching this, get ready for a little butt kicking. Okay. The first thing you say is it's an emergency, right this second. Well, most of you know how the blog works. You write in your questions, and if you don't have an immediate answer from me, you need to look at the archives. Look at the archives on the blog. I got videos, I got commentaries, I got everything I've ever talked about or written on there. I got books on there. You got to do a little homework and do a little research on your own. My husband's 47 years old and is bleeding from an ulcer in the stomach, second time around. First time we found out about 2 months ago, he barely made it to the ER. He lost so much blood because of years of taking various drugs and a leave for lower back pain and extreme headaches he frequently gets. Okay, so we know husband gets extreme headaches. Okay. Number two reason I got to help you. She says, I worship you already. Recently, I was lucky enough to stumble upon your website, and your theory of natural healing is one of the very few things that makes absolute sense to me. I even said to my hubby, I found my new religion. Well, that probably pissed him off. I'll tell you that right now. You got to be careful, you ladies out there, when you say you found your new religion or your new guru or whatever, and it's Dr. Schulze, because I know I'm a hunk, and it's a good way to get your husband jealous. I've been reading your material for days and have ordered some products. You know, you got to be careful about this, making your spouse jealous. Okay, that's why she says I have to help her. Third reason, I don't have info on bleeding ulcers in my list of ailments. Well, I do. You just have to look farther, and it says you haven't known about me that long. Can I use hot pepper? Yeah, of course you can. Cayenne pepper stops bleeding ulcers. Thousands of people, long before Dr. Schulze, have used cayenne pepper for bleeding ulcers. You say, can I use cabbage juice? Of course. There's 1,000 things to use for bleeding ulcers, but I think the problem goes much deeper than the bleeding ulcers. He says, I want to cry in frustration. He says, first of all, he says, I'm crazy. It'll burn a hole in his stomach, okay? He also says he wants to cry in frustration. Hello, he already has a hole and he's bleeding and I'm trying to help. But no, he wouldn't hear of it unless it came from a stranger or someone has an MD. Then your husband has a lot more problems than headaches. And it sounds like you're trying to be his doctor and he doesn't want to listen to you. And you say he's a typical Taurus. You know, I was able to send him off with a cup of carrot juice because one time a stranger told him, blah, blah, blah. It's starting to get boring. Number 4, I do deserve a happy life. Let me tell you right now, Zoya, you don't deserve shit, okay? And what do I mean by that? You got what you deserve. A husband with headaches, who's throwing up blood, who's seriously ill, okay? You can't have anything else in life but what you deserve. What you reap is exactly what you sow. Okay, no farmer in the world ever planted strawberries and got corn coming up in the field. So you don't deserve anything different than what you have. And I'm not trying to be hard on you. I'm just explaining to you the laws of Newtonian physics here, Zoya. Okay, we don't have fun anymore. Well, I'm sorry about that. But sympathy lies between shit and syphilis in the dictionary, and I don't give it out. Okay, you know, because if he's not working himself to death to pay the bills, well, there's a clue right there. He's working himself to death to pay bills, probably because you bought a lot of stuff you can't afford. Okay, or you're living a lifestyle that you can't afford. And part of natural healing is getting your finances together and learning. You know what wealthy is? Wealthy is learning to live on a little bit less than what you make. It sounds to me like you're living on more than what you make. And when you do this, you can't pay your bills, you have stress, you get bleeding ulcers. But the bottom line is you do not deserve to have a healthy life. You deserve exactly what you got. And if you want a happy life, like health or anything else, you got to earn it, baby. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about how you're going to earn this. She goes, he's exhausted, he's tired, he's sick and pain. We don't go out to eat anymore. We don't go to the park. Forget about travel anywhere since he can't walk or stand sitting down for a long period, blah, 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 blah. Here's another reason she says I need to answer her. Because our 3-month-old beautiful baby boy deserves both his parents by his side and healthy. Let me tell you something else. Your boy doesn't deserve anything. You know, he's 3 months old, so he's just going to lie there and get what he gets. So you have a double reason to get your act together here, young lady. He wakes up smiling every morning. Great, great, great. And I didn't give him any vaccinations. Good for you. And I want to give you appreciation for writing me and the things you've done. But I'm telling you, you don't deserve anything, and you're going to get exactly what you do deserve. And the 5th reason, my husband is a Harley lover like you. Okay, I took a shot. I've seen a picture of a Harley shirt on. He loves Harley, sells them. I should mention he's the only decent salesperson. Great. But he can no longer ride it because of his back pain. He's an honest, decent, hardworking, and most wonderful human being. Okay, you know what? I'm getting the picture here. He's honest. He's decent. He's hardworking. He's got a bleeding hole in his stomach. You have a new baby, but life sucks because you're not having fun and you can't do anything because it's all about the bleeding hole in his stomach. Okay? Natural healing. You can heal yourself of anything. Just stop doing what you're doing that's making you sick and start doing new things that will make you healthy. All you want to know about is cayenne pepper and cabbage, and let me tell you, it's going to take a lot more than that to heal your husband. He's working too hard. He's too stressed out. You're not having fun. He's stubborn. He doesn't want to listen to you. He only wants to listen to medical doctors. Look, there's not a good prognosis here. It sounds like a nightmare waiting to happen. In fact, it sounds like a nightmare that's going to turn into a worse nightmare. And she goes, so can you advise us on the benefits of hot pepper? This is so far beyond cayenne pepper. You need a life makeover. Okay, where do we start? First of all, no one gets an ulcer that eats food that their body can digest. So we got to look at his entire food program and make sure that what he's eating, when it goes in his stomach, it's going to soothe him. Second of all, let's see if he even wants to be well. Maybe he wants to have ulcer surgery. Sounds like you're into natural healing. He wants to listen to MDs. He wants to not listen to you. And he wants to be in pain and stress out at work. Okay, this is a life restructuring. So I'm not going to go on much more about this, but so many of you out there have learned medically that if you have a disease, you take a pill. And then you come to me and you go, well, I have a disease. I don't want to take the doctor's pills. I want to take the herbal pill, whether it's cabbage juice or cayenne pepper. But you forget the part about getting your life together. Everybody deserves exactly what they're getting. And if you're not happy, remember, responsibility, the key word in natural healing. You got to start over with your life, with your husband, with your relationship. It sounds like he doesn't have any respect for you. It sounds like you're losing faith in him and his ability to heal himself. You got to see if he even wants to do that. So you guys need to get down, sit down, and start talking with each other, because you created a beautiful baby boy. Now you have a kid, and your husband's bleeding to death. He's stressed out. You're not happy. And you know where this is going? I can tell you, to shit. Okay? Your life is going bad, and it's not going to get better. I can tell you, in 5 years, you're going to be one of these other letters from people saying, oh my God, how did this happen to me? I kind of went to sleep for 5 years, and I woke up, and I have, major surgeries. I have a bag glued on my side. My life is bad. I'm on 14 pharmaceutical drugs. We hate each other. There's no sex. This is where you're headed. So it's a lot more than cabbage juice and cayenne pepper for you, for me, for all of us. And we deserve exactly what we have. So if you're not happy, anybody out there, if you're not happy with your life and what you have, all you got to do is change. Change it, and then you can create anything. A beautiful, new, happy, healthy life. But it's more than cabbage juice and cayenne pepper. It has to do with work and play and talking and moving and eating and all the things put together. So I'll see you friends next week. I know this hit home with some of you.